Hi, this is Rose with Goddess Love Therapy, and I am back to do another module that I have begun to go over some of the key elements of what this module is about. This module in particular was designed for women. So this is kind of geared more towards a feminine perspective and probably situations, okay? So, I mean, if you're a male, I'm sure that this module could give you some insight and help you in many ways too. But when I was creating it, it was designed with women in mind. So, just so you know that. The big focus that I'm focusing on this week when going over the modules, because they all kind of align in different ways regarding this same topic. And I do that because there are different stages that we will experience these key points that we have to recognize, that we have to acknowledge, and that we have to contemplate and have a conscious awareness of. Without the awareness that something is happening in our life, we really don't process the events and the feelings and everything that's involved with that particular period in our life. Whether this is a period that is currently taking place or it's a period that has already taken place that we still need to process and try to understand. The module that I'm going over today is actually the first module that I ever put together, and I outlined this module based on my personal experience, and I share a lot of my thoughts, what was going on in my life at that time, and how I can look back on it now and analyze it differently, and how to use my experience to help others. So I hope that you enjoy what I have put together, and it can do something to help you in some way. That's the whole point of this. This is the whole point of me sharing my journey and my story with you, because the fact that I'm able to relate in this level really does make a difference, because I have been there. I can say I've actually done the work, so I know that it works. I know what can happen if you just apply these things and become aware of them. So I'm going to start by sharing some of my story with you. And I have it on a PowerPoint, and I'm just going to read some of the material that I had put down. The whole point of this webinar that I put together is to introduce the divine feminine aspect, and this is the theme throughout my module, because I was chosen to teach this to other people, introduce this to other people. This is a big element in the healing that's going to take place. It comes from the divine feminine. And I'm going to help you to tap into that energy and help you understand what's happening and how the divine feminine, the goddess, is working with you to help you as well at this time, okay? So Sophia is my guide. She is the one that has directed everything that I'm doing. It's through her inspiration, her wisdom, her guidance, and the downloads that I receive that has helped me to put these together for your benefit. So let's get started. The purpose of this webinar is to build confidence, establish self-esteem, and give you a purpose-driven life. There are many spiritual healers and teachers. Some were born with a natural gift to do this type of work, while others were called to do this work later in life. I am one of the latter. I did not know that this was my calling until I was placed in certain situations to make me aware that this was my calling, and it was a calling. I never quite understood what that meant, but when I was called, you do have a choice. I embraced my calling, even though I knew that it was going to be very hard. I knew that it was coming from God directly because He spoke to my heart, and He told me not to be bitter and not to blame anybody, because it was Him who was doing these things. These things were happening in my life that were really fucked up, okay? People were doing some really fucked up things. And I'm just going to keep it real with you. There's no point in trying to sugarcoat it. I am a real person. I had these real experiences, and I'm just going to keep it real. We're all adults here. So, because I can be real with you, I'm going to be genuine with you, with who I am. And I'm not going to try to pretend to be something I'm not. Okay? I hope that doesn't offend anybody. Because I am who I am because I am who I am. And if I try to alter that, it's going to lose the essence of what my message is. So I'm going to be 100% authentic with who I am the entire time. I'm not going to change. I don't change who I am. I am who I am, and I'm going to keep it real with you. This way you can keep it real with yourself, and you can keep it real with me. And that's all I ask. So a little more about me. My awakening didn't happen until the death of my mother. And that was when my entire world changed. Life as I knew it would be no more. Not only did I lose my mother, I lost my entire family. Not from death, but from being called to my purpose in life. It was during this time that I had become homeless and the floor fell out from under me. I lost everything I had. And I was caught in this whirlwind of change. Before I knew it was even happening, it happened so quickly that I was caught up in it and didn't see what was happening until it came crashing down. And there were a lot of changes going on in my life, but I was so caught up in what was happening around me that I just couldn't stop to look and see where it might be leading me. And there were plenty of red flags that I missed that I can go back and look at now and go, duh, why didn't I see that? Why didn't I try to do something different then? Why did I make the decisions that I made at that time? And when we can look back and see where we made our decisions or where they went wrong, we can use that experience in the future to keep us from making the same type of mistakes. when you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. So if you find yourself at a place in your life where you just feel that you can't go on and there's nothing more that can happen that will make you feel defeated, that's when things are going to change for you, because that's when you have to do something different. That's when you know that what you're doing isn't working. And you have to stop and say, okay, I need to make a change in my life. Now, how am I going to direct this change? What kind of change do I need? What is it that I want to accomplish? What is the result that I'm looking for, that I can be honest with myself about to be able to accomplish? Don't set your goals too high to make them unreachable. Sometimes we have to set small goals. It's in reaching those small goals that we can expand on it, and they become bigger goals. We grow as we complete a small goal. It's a notch under our belt, and we start to feel more confident that we're able to achieve something. And this is important. So set small goals for yourself. Don't make them too grand, because you'll just let yourself down. You'll become overwhelmed with it. So don't overwhelm yourself. I'm sure there's plenty going on in your life that you need to really focus on. So don't overanalyze things, and don't complicate your life any more than it's already been complicated. Okay? So I never knew how unprepared I was for life until I became homeless. And that experience to me was traumatic. It was a life-altering event that spun my entire world out of control, until I finally had no choice but to give the control over to God. I was at a point where I had no direction. I really had no options. I didn't have choices anymore. I was kind of just at the mercy of other people. And that is a scary place to find yourself, because people are unpredictable. They let you down. They lie. They do a lot of things that aren't in your best interest. And so when you have to give control over to somebody else, it's really hard on our whole feeling of self-worth. Okay, we don't feel like we have very much value when we have to relinquish what we want or what we would prefer, and we have to just take what's there. And that is a humbling experience to have to feel, because nobody likes to feel like they're not in control of their own life, or that they don't have an option to make a decision. That what happens, and that's just going to have to be what you accept. That's a hard concept. That's a hard ego breaker. And that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to break your ego. So when I was finally able to let my control go and give it to God, I was able to start developing wholeness within myself. But I didn't realize that this is what was going on. Oops, sorry. I didn't realize that that is what was happening. I had no idea that my life had become so different. And it was one of the most eye-opening but embarrassing, I guess you could say, moments for me, or times for me, because that's not who I was, nor was that who I had ever really been. And it was a moment of growth for me to find myself in these situations that I never thought I would be in. So my sincerest hope is that this workshop would manifest wisdom that can make its way into your own personal journey and personal development. Through experience, we gain knowledge, which does transform us. In this dynamic, the passage of knowledge through a collective cultural of created healing and solutions bring much needed healing to a wounded world. Additionally, the sense of accomplishment one finds in helping others is what gives us meaning and purpose in life. And that is very true for me. It is now time to reclaim your power. I am here to be an example of what can be done. With the wisdom that I have attained or acquired, helped me to forgive and heal the pain from my past. And to forgive the people in my life I thought would never betray me. It's through the experience of the goddess I was able to restore my faith in humanity. So the first thing that I want people to do is to think about the people who have hurt you and write them a letter. You don't have to send it unless it's what you're being called to do or you felt strongly to do. Just writing down your feelings and experiencing your deepest and most sincere thoughts brings a service that, when anchored, can help to realize many of the self-sabotaging attitudes and negative behaviors that we harbor. It's crucial to let the pain and resentment go of any unresolved issues that you carry. Holding on to blame and letting the feeling of being a victim will keep you in the victim mentality. Forgive others for how they have treated you, even if they don't ask for it, or whether they're sorry or not for what they have done. This is not about them being sorry. It's about accepting your situation and allowing that chapter in your life to end or to come to a close. It's time now, because you're here, to find solutions that will bring positive forces into your life and to be able to let the negative ones go. I personally like the thought that the best revenge is success. And this is why I strive for it. This is one of the reasons that drives me, really, that gives me the courage, gives me the strength, and leads me on a direction that I can feel accomplished for my efforts. And it's a good feeling to know that you're putting effort into something that you can see and realize. I get thirsty. I'm going to push you out of your comfort zone and transform you into a strong, independent, and self-reliant individual. Together, we will find the courage to face your demons and recapture the true essence of who you are. I'm going to leave that there, because if you want to start a journey of healing, self-awareness, and development, I will be setting up classes soon. Mark it down. My introductory rate will be very reasonable because I want to offer these classes to people. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. But keep this in mind, because things are going to start moving very fast. I would love for you to join my channel. I would love for you to be a part of my tribe. I would love for us to build an online community to help one another. This is how this is going to start for me. So you're here in the very beginning of my healing, teaching, and guidance journey. So thank you for being here, and please share this video. You never know who might hear this message, who needs to hear it. This is going to be an intense workshop, and it's going to change a lot of the ways that you think. It's going to make you question things. It's going to make you understand things. And it's going to help open your mind, broaden your mind. And it's going to help you to realize that you don't have to be alone in this. That there are people out there who can give you support. Even if it's not financial support, we can give you the emotional support you need. We can give you the encouragement. We can help lead you down a path that is going to put you on a road to success. This is the whole point of my seminars and my webinars and my lessons and anything that I do within this dynamic is meant to help make you into a more proficient, secure, confident, and independent person. So, thank you again for watching. Please keep in mind these modules are new. They are still being developed, but if you need counseling right away, if you would like to set an appointment with me, please email me and I will respond at my earliest convenience, and I will get back to you soon. Please be patient with me. I have a lot going on in my own life right now, but I want to be there. I want to help other people. This is my calling. This is the purpose. This is why I went through everything that I went through. And together we can change the direction of our lives. And by me helping you, it helps me. And I think that's what it's about. Okay? Thank you again. I will see you on my next video, and I'll go over more of what we need to know to help heal us.